الحكم نو فير نو فير ريفري نو فير ظلم مبين وواضح.
June 2026. Messi rakes his studs down an opponent's leg. The referee blows the whistle and shows nothing. No card. Argentina go on to win 3-0. ESPN's own analysts called it 100% a red card. Is the world's most famous football organization protecting its biggest star? Or something else going on? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how referees actually get influenced, and it's stranger than a simple conspiracy. Here's the case people are making. At the 2026 World Cup, Argentina were awarded 5 penalties in 7 matches, a record for any team in tournament history. Some were clean calls, others sparked real controversy. Then there's the Algeria incident, a tackle multiple former referees said should have been a red card, waved off by VAR. Go back further and it's not new. In the 2019 Copa America, Messi and his coach publicly accused officials of ignoring clear fouls against Brazil. Messi was so frustrated he told reporters he was done talking about it. A Spanish referee was even pulled from the 2022 World Cup after Messi publicly criticized his officiating in a quarterfinal. And it's worth knowing this isn't the first time Messi's name has been tied to scandal. Back in 2016, he and his father were convicted of tax fraud in Spain, hiding over 4 million euros in income through shell companies. A suspended sentence, but a real conviction. Add in the fact that FIFA itself has one of the dirtiest track records in world sports in 2015. The U.S. Department of Justice indicted over a dozen FIFA officials in a sweeping corruption case that ended Sepp Blatter's presidency, and you've got every ingredient for a real conspiracy. So, on the surface, it looks like a pattern. But here's where the conspiracy falls apart. If Messi were getting special treatment, you'd expect his numbers to look untouchable. They don't. He's missed 2 penalties at this World Cup alone, the first player in tournament history to do that. Across his entire career, he's converted 78% of his penalties. Cristiano Ronaldo, his biggest rival, and someone nobody accuses of getting the same treatment, converts at 84%. Higher than Messi. If referees were just gifting him goals, you wouldn't expect a guy who's less clinical from the spot than his rival. So, what's really going on? Turns out, researchers have studied this exact question, not about Messi specifically, but about star players and referees in general. One peer-reviewed study had a panel of expert referees re-review real penalty situations from an entire season. Successful, high-profile teams were awarded penalties they didn't deserve at a much higher rate than underdog teams, and their opponents were far less likely to get penalties they did deserve. That's a real measurable bias. But here's the catch. It's not proven to be about individual superstars. It's about team reputation, home advantage, and subconscious pressure under split-second decisions. Similar research in other sports has found mixed results. Some studies show bias towards stars. In other words, referees are human. They're influenced by crowd noise, reputation, and pressure, but that's different from FIFA or referees deliberately protecting one man. There's one more factor nobody talks about: attention itself. Every single Messi decision gets replayed, slowed down, and debated by millions. An anonymous midfielder makes the exact same tackle in the exact same match, and it's forgotten by halftime. That doesn't mean referees are perfect. The Algeria tackle probably should have been a card. But the intense scrutiny Messi gets doesn't prove favoritism. It proves he's the most watched player alive, and every mistake involving him gets magnified 1,000 times over. So, is Messi favored by referees? The honest answer? Probably not deliberately. But perhaps they're compromised. It's not a FIFA conspiracy. It's human psychology meeting a sport officiated by fallible people. Under a microscope Messi can never escape. Which raises a bigger question if this bias is real for every star athlete. How much of what we call greatness was actually built on a level playing field?
الماتش هو جاي علينا مش هينفع نخرج كده كسبانين 2-0 ارجنتين. بطولة موجهة